very, very, very helpful, if you will, to kind of go through it like we've been doing instead of me talking for 30 minutes. And I prefer that, believe it or not. But we're going to do is go through the process there towards the end. We'll talk about the websites, commission levels, prosperity, Slack, E&O, bootcamp, AML, and then WorkSpots. So can anybody tell me what WorkSpots is? Anybody? There's no wrong answers.
A great way to get discounts on leads.
Yes, it is. I think there's a 40% discount. You guys know Amy and I keep continue to post it out there. I think it's 40% on instant internet life lead. So it turns an $11 lead into $6.60, if my math is correct. I know I didn't do that in my head. I used a calculator. I'm not that sharp. So it allows you to different discounts. It allows you access into the 250 plus offices across the country, and all just a plethora of a ton of other additional things. I think Paul Zimney just used it for the rental car. We have an agreement with them through National Rental Car, 50% off. And plus that covers the insurance and everything else just for being a WorkSpots member. So it is definitely worth it for sure. All right, AML. Can anybody explain to me what the anti-money laundering is? AML. Anybody?
It's we have to basically state that we're going to protect the client's finances. We're going to make sure we verify IDs so that we confirm everybody's identifications. And if we see any red flags as far as, somebody not wanting to give you a bank account information or what have you, we have to keep an eye on any red flags that we may need to notify. Who do we notify again?
You notify the insurance company, not FFL, but yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's right. That's exactly right. Anti-money laundering.
I'm calling Corey and letting him know.
I'm gonna be like, don't call me because I don't want to know. No, but Renee's exactly right. Anti-money laundering essentially means that basically you're going through the training that says you're not going to steal anybody's banking information, and you're only going to use it for these transactions to help them get covered with life insurance. That's all that is. Prosperity. When you guys get most of you guys probably have it already. Prosperity is the first carrier that you can get. Renee has been nice enough on the leadership team. She's going to cover the new Prosperity product on Friday. So all are welcome to that. Our team meeting on Friday. Looking forward to that. So now when you get started, you now have a carrier with Prosperity that you can have within about 24 to 48 hours after submitting it to Prosperity. They require their own anti-money laundering. That's the only carrier that does. Everything else can be done through WebCE. I'm going to put it on the screen and show you guys here in just a few minutes. Everything else can be done through WebCE. WebCE goes anywhere from $9 to $15. You go on, click the button, click the anti-money laundering, watch the videos, do all the stuff, take it. It doesn't take very long. And then make sure that you keep your certificate because you will need it. And make sure you're telling your new teammates to keep their certificates because they will need it to submit to certain carriers and all the carriers, etc. Any questions on anti-money laundering, AML? Thank you, Renee. Appreciate it. Boot camp. Can anybody tell me what the significance of boot camp is? And can you also tell me where you can find it? Anybody?
All right. So once you bring a new teammate on,
Okay, I can. Okay, can you hear me?
yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead, Christy. Thanks, Ryan. Christy, going once, twice. Ryan, by default, you win.
Boot camp is fflamerica.com.
That's right.
And the significance is that way you know exactly what's going on and teaches you everything about the nuts and bolts of where to start and then where to end up.
That's exactly right. So also you can find it on the FFL Genesis website. If you forget, I can't tell you how many people come back to me and go, where's the boot camp at? Or I can't remember where I found it, all that other stuff. Just so you guys know, there is a 20K boot camp. So if your team does 150,000 or you do 20K issue paid in a month, you'll get access to the 20K boot camp. I've gone through both of them, and they are the 20K boot camp, of course, is definitely much more accelerated, goes a little bit deeper. So I actually enjoyed it. But once you get to that 20K a month, I think Renee's gotten it. I don't know if Gregory's gotten it or not. A couple of people on here I know have gotten that 20K boot camp. Once your agent passes their test and they're waiting for all that stuff to come back,
that's when you assign them the boot camp. Okay. You assign them boot camp then because that's going to give them something to do over the next couple of days. They also get a 30% discount on their first lead order if they complete it within the first 2 weeks. I've heard 10 days, I heard 2 weeks. Let's go with 10 days just to make sure. On the video, it literally tells them who to send the email to when they get done because they'll get a certificate once it's completed. Thank you guys. I know, Christy, I know you're probably in a bad area. Ryan, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Can anybody tell me what the significance is for Slack and when should you add your new teammate to Slack? Anybody? I like this new format a lot.
Wake up,
Anybody?
everybody.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm the one on an hour and 20 minutes of sleep, you guys.
Don't make me answer everything.
Yeah, this is good though.
To stay connected, learn stuff, and immediately should be in Slack.
That's right, Ryan. Yes, yes. Somebody else is speaking up. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, you hit it out of the park. Thank you. That's exactly what Slack is for.
That was Lou.
That was Lou. It's to post numbers. It keeps you in communication with the team. And Ryan, you couldn't have said it any better. The reason you want to get your new teammates added to Slack as quickly as possible because they start to see the numbers. They start to see other people commenting. Guys, it's awesome when somebody comes onto the team and we send out the welcome Slack message and 5, 6, 7, 8 people come on and either give them an emoji or welcome them. Think about that, how that felt for you. Hopefully everybody did that, but hopefully how that felt for you when somebody welcomes you onto the team. And I appreciate you guys doing that very much. Great answer.
Not
And that
because
is
I
the
need
right
to
answer.
have it back, but because we need to distinguish that this is Luke and not Ryan.
It's my other brother, Dale.
That's all we need is one more Luke and one more Ryan, right? Love all that, brothers. I love it. I love it. I was going to ask who the better looking one was, but I didn't want to start a fight on here this morning. So, all right. So prosperity. Can anybody tell me the importance of prosperity and how does your new agent get their prosperity code?
I don't know, can you hear me?
We can now. Christy, we got you 10 and 10. You're good.
Sorry, I keep on losing.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
your upline just sends a code
That's right.
to them.
So
Yeah,
this is
so you
very-
either have to create it or you already have them created.
That's right. So what Christy is talking about, there's a video on our Genesis page. I'll actually cover this next week. Take some time and actually cover it again. But on our Genesis page, if you go out there and look up prosperity, I've actually done a video on how to go out there and actually add them. And if you haven't done it, if you send me a Slack message, I'll send you the instructions on how to do it. It's pretty simple. So Christy, again, knocked it out of the park. You are the one it's the only carrier we have that you have to send the code to them. Okay. You send the code to them, they complete the information. Prosperity has their own anti-money laundering that you have to do. Once you complete that and do all that other stuff, Prosperity usually, I've seen them send the code the same day. 24, 48 hours, they receive the code. And here's why Prosperity just became even more important to get one of your new teammates started. With the new Freedom Term product that they have, they now have a term and a whole life product. So somebody can get started right now. So there's no more having to wait. And then there's some things that are being test piloted. We just found out yesterday. What's today? Yesterday. We just found out there's some things for sure that are being test piloted with FFL Tribe, which is Eric Amati's team. That's actually test piloting the stuff to get people. Amy, I don't know if this is right or not, but Americo, AIG, I think there's 3 carriers that we'll start to do that. What they'll have within the first 24 hours or something like that, week or something crazy, which is pretty awesome. So they're test piloting that right now. So thank you, Christy. Last couple of things. I love doing this. It's faster. It's more efficient. You guys seem to be a little bit more lively. So I think this new format is great. Compensation. What compensation level, regardless of where you're at in comp, how much spread should you put between yourself and your new teammate? Now you do whatever you want. You own your own business, but what compensation level, kind of as a rule should we be doing? Anybody?
10 to 15%.
That's spot on. 10 to 15. You can go as much as 20. I would say if you're going to help someone with leads, you can. I can say you can go as high as 20. But here's what we've been doing as a team. Most people have. If you're going to do 15 or 20%, once they hit 15,000, especially if it's somebody new, they've never sold before, they've never done any of that, I think 20 is perfectly fine. But when they hit their first 15,000, I would give them a 5% increase. Think about this. When's the last time any of us that worked at a job, when's the last time you got a 5% increase? Don't worry, I'll wait. Right? That's the first thing. The second thing, it gives them some incentive to go after and explain to them after they hit that first 15K, and you can see it on the issue pay report and all that kind of stuff. Celebrate that with them, but also the money, the income they're going to make, first of all, the residuals that they're going to make coming up in month 10 after that, right? And think about the 5% increase that they're going to get on everything they sell moving forward. That's huge. So 10 to 15, 20, if you're going to be helping them out, especially if it's somebody brand new that has no experience, I think it's kosher. And I think we're all doing that. I don't think there's an issue on our team at all with somebody gouging people at all. And I appreciate you guys handling our business like a business. All right, Amy, I'm not trying to put you on the spot here. Am I missing anything or anything you needed to add? Perfect. Only got a couple more things to cover, and then we'll go through the process from top to bottom. The last thing is the website. So I'm going to go over that here really quickly. So far, we're more than halfway done. We've covered work spots, AML, boot camp, Slack, prosperity, compensation level. Last thing before I share the screen, two things actually. Can anybody tell me what E&O is?
Error and
I can help.
omission.
Errors and omissions insurance. It protects you in case you were to get sued by a client.
That's right. Guys, 20 plus years, never an issue. You do the right thing by the client, place the client with, with the premium and the carrier you told them you're going to do it with, you will have no issues. It's pretty simple. That's the reason why E&O is so inexpensive. And I'll put it up on here in the screen just a second. FFL, because of the volume, Sean has struck a deal with a carrier. So if you do it through the website, it's actually cheaper. And even if somebody has some type of financial issue, let's say they filed bankruptcy a couple times or whatever the case is, some of the E&O carriers don't like that. The one that we work with that Sean has put together does, and it's cheap. It's very inexpensive. So thank you very much.
Troy.
Yep.
I got a question about that,
Sure.
actually. My
ahead, Renee.
E&O is getting ready to expire, and I need to replace it by the 1st.
Well.
This might be an Amy question. Where do I submit my new, do I go back to SureBay to add
Yep.
my E&O certificate?
That's it. You hit it right on the head. That's right.
And I shouldn't have to go and contact every single carrier individually with that?
No. Now, if most of them will send you an email letting you know that it's getting ready to expire, but if you put it into SureBay, Insurance Bay, you should be good.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. All right. Anybody have any questions about that? All right. Good. Let's see. Okay. So this is our website, top right-hand corner where you guys see the YouTube play button. You click on that. This is going to take you to our FFL Genesis page. And now we'll be uploading things back up to that again, some of our trainings and stuff. This has been made private, so you can tell your new agents about it. Very helpful with the videos and things like that and trainings that have been put out there, just so you guys see that. This is FFL Genesis. This is our website, was created for the agents by the agents. So a couple things specifically, take some time to go out here so you have some of your resources. The Rogue IMO link, if you guys want me to walk through that with you individually, I'm happy. There are no stupid questions. Happy to walk through that. But you can simply come out here, click either the screen or the picture or the link. You can come out here and create your own recruiting link. So what that looks like is this. So if you go and put your information in, it will send you an email, a link. You can then put the information in. When you're talking to a new potential candidate, you can send them your link. I know Renee and a couple of other people, I'm happy to walk you guys through this individually, have gone on to GoDaddy or some other domain company, and you take your link, create your own, like you can see what is FFL up there, and it's shorter. So if it's the Valet Brothers Insurance or whatever the case is, you could create that link in there, drop the link that you'll get from FFL, and that will allow you for it to look like this. So when they see the get instant access, your candidate's going to click on that. They're going to put their first name, last name, state, email, and phone number. When they hit submit, it's going to send them a video. Okay. For time's sake, I won't do it today because most of you guys have been on here before. Anybody have any questions there? Perfect. All right. So that's there. That's that. In reference to onboarding, when you have one of your new teammates that gets started, you want to go to the onboarding form. You are the one that has to complete this form. You're completing it for your new agent to bring them on board. First name, middle name, last name, date of birth, social security, city, state, zip, right? Phone number, all the stuff that's required. If they are licensed, you want to collect that, but you click that button, excuse me, and their home license state, and then their national producer number, which should be on, well, will be on their license. All right. New agent comp. So what compensation you're going to start them with? Remember 10, 15, or 20% spread. Your information, your phone line, email, and then your compensation. When you hit submit, this comes back to Amy and I. We'll send a copy of it out to you so you have it in a PDF format, and that way you can keep track of your agents. Now, once you go through all this stuff and get everything done, and your agent's going to come on board, licensed or not, 2 weeks is all you should give them to go through the process. I know sometimes it takes a little bit longer, that's okay. But statistically, if they go beyond the first 2 weeks of getting the information done, most of the time, a very high percentage of the time, they never write a policy, which is very strange, but those are the stats. And I don't try to beat math or science, right? Because it always adds up. Boot camp that we talked about, here's the link for boot camp. You click on that, it's going to take you out to boot camp. Very simple. Most of you guys, if not all of you, have done boot camp at this point. Remember, when your new agents are starting after they've passed their exam, and a lot of people try to do it in a weird order, guys, for whatever reason. They'll say, I'm going to do the boot camp first, and then I'm going to, well, there's no reason to do the boot camp. What if you don't pass the test? So I've had people tell me that, and I'm sure they've done it, but do all the testing material first, pass your exam. While they're waiting for the license to come back, have them do the boot camp to keep them engaged. Another quick pro tip is you guys should be staying in contact with their new agents. There shouldn't be any more than 24, 48 hours, especially as they're getting testing, getting going. We also have a link that nobody's asked me for, which is funny, but we also have a link. Once they get set up, you can actually go in and look and see what they've done or where their progress is. So if you guys would like that, just send me a Slack message. Happy to send it. Any questions there? Boot camp, when you should be sending your new agent to boot camp. All right. State license. So if you are getting appointed or want to get appointed in another state, or you have an agent in another state, here's where you go. It walks you through all 50 states, what you have to do. Some states require fingerprints, some don't, those kinds of things. It's pretty neat. I'm glad we have this on our site because it's very helpful. So I know I blazed through those pretty quickly. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me now. There are no dumb questions when it comes to this stuff. Or again, I can go over this individually with each one of you. All right. We're going to keep this train moving. All righty. So anti-money laundering. I think I went right past it. Anti-money laundering. Here we go. So right here, bottom left-hand portion of the screen, WebCE. WebCE, anti-money laundering. This is the company. They've been around for a long, long time. This is where you go. We have a direct link. You just go in there, click order AML courses. They order the courses, take them. It takes no time at all, 15, 20 minutes, you're done. Make sure you tell your new teammates to keep their certificate. They're going to upload it into SureBay, and then they can use it with all the other carriers. Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, and Renee, your question about E&O, same thing here. National Association of Professional Agents. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Very, very simple site, very easy. They'll give you 2 or 3 different options. Very inexpensive, $84 down payment. Some companies require all of it up front, or they require, half of it, or whatever the case is. You have an $84 down payment, and then it's usually 30 or 40 bucks a month moving forward. Keep in mind, you can write that off. So that's where you go. It's on our website, or you can see it's 360coveragepros.com. Any questions about E&O? Very good. Okay, Amy, anything before we cover the full process here?
Nope, you're good.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, guys, so let's go back. Here's our recruiting site. I'm working with GoDaddy right now. There's a couple of videos that I need to get off of here. For some reason, my password's not working to get in. So I will have this cleaned up, you guys, hopefully by the end of the week. But this is where you can send your new agents to come out to potential agents. You can see those videos down there. Hopefully I'll have those off there this week and have some new ones uploaded there. But they'll get the gist of what we do and how we do it. There's the Rogue IMO video, right? Access again to our social media pages, term, whole life, universal, annuities, and then very soon we'll have med sups out there as well. Great time to recruit guys, med sup agents and agencies, because they're getting ready to go into their downtime, if you will. And there's a lot of places out here that those people are looking for opportunities now to fill in their time, for sure. Compensation, virtual sales, which you guys are hearing more and more about. Start your virtual world tour, if you will. Oh, they got a password on that now. Awesome. I need to find out what that password is. Didn't know that. And a couple of other videos and stuff as well. Join the team. They can put their name in, their email address, and then your name, that you're the recruiter, and we'll make sure that that information gets to you, and we'll help you get those people interviewed as well. Again, guys, I'm happy to help with any interview that you have. Just let me know. We can do it virtually at the office, whatever the case is. Any questions there? All right, let me unshare my screen here really quickly. Believe it or not, guys, we're almost done. So, all right, once your new agent gets started, once they get the license email, once they pass their exam, you need to let Amy and I know that they passed their exam. If you're somebody like Christy that does her own, handles it like a business owner, make sure you're getting this, your agent's going through this. Okay. You guys should understand this as well. It takes them through the steps. If they follow it step by step by step, they will not have any issues. I think we're starting to get much better about this, but this just covers the entire onboarding process. All right. So to go through the process very quickly, get you guys woken up again here. Go through the process very quickly, licensed, non-licensed. Once you've shaken hands with your new teammate and they've decided, yes, they're going to come on board, you're going to complete the onboarding form. And then from the onboarding form, they'll receive a welcome email. Okay. If they are not licensed, what information are they going to get? Anybody? Non-licensed person.
They'll get the link. They'll get the welcome email with the link to the training on Excel solutions.
That's right.
And then a link to, the Facebook pages and signing up for emails and all of that. That comes with joining on with FFL.
That's perfect. Yep, that's what happens. A non-licensed person has to obviously take the exam. I always walk my new potential teammates through Excel. I go in and punch into Excel solutions and literally walk them through, because it takes 15, 20 seconds. I walk them through that process so they know when they go in there what to expect. If you don't give it to them then, they're probably going to come back to you later and be a little bit lost, right? So I always do that. Thank you, Renee. So once they go through that, they're going to get the welcome email. They're going to click on the email, and it's going to take them, once they're licensed now, it's going to take them into HCMS. They're going to complete the information on HCMS. They will then get a second email letting them know that they've properly completed it, the onboarding, if you will, through HCMS. And then they're going to get a link that's going to send them to SuranceBay. Now, excuse me, once they go into SuranceBay, unless they've cleaned it up, they're going to see a bunch of different carriers in SuranceBay once they've put their information in, right? It's only 3 carriers they need to apply for: Americo, AIG, and Mutual of Omaha. Those are the only 3 carriers that they need to apply for. You will then send them Prosperity. Remember, Prosperity now has a term product that you can write all the way up to, I think, 75 or 80 now. Renee's going to be covering that on Friday. But now you have that product. So your agents could really start, once they're licensed and got everything in order, they could start writing within probably 24 hours of after getting getting your Prosperity submitted. Remember, Americo, AIG, Mutual of Omaha, if they go on and hit the button and just go down the list, it's going to get kicked back to them and they're going to have to do it again. Americo, AIG, Mutual of Omaha, and you're going to send them Prosperity. Once they get that completed, they're going to go back to HCMS. And there's only a handful of carriers that they're going to apply for in there. I know they're going to want them all. They don't need them all, right? You can add the other ones later if necessary. Those carriers are going to be American Amicable, also known as AMAM, Foresters, Aetna, John Hancock, Great Western, and Transamerica. Those are the only carriers that they need. So with all of those that we just added on Insurance Bay and the ones in HCMS, and you've sent them Prosperity, they will have 10 carriers. They do not need any more carriers than that to get started. They really don't. And keep in mind, give them 2 weeks to get everything done so they can pass the exam, etc. Any questions about that as we get ready to wrap?
Yes. I'm sorry.
All right, just to let you guys know, I think somebody's off mute, by the way. Just to let you guys know, just as a quick reminder, AmAm has a sister company called Occidental. Okay, you will only need to do Occidental appointment, if you will, if you have agents in Iowa, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, Rhode Island, or Vermont. Those are the states. Here's why. Even though they're sister companies, they operate in those states under Occidental. So just keep that in mind. Okay, we'll try to remind you of that as well. If you have an agent, another pro tip, in a state that's outside of your home state, if I were you, I would get a license of reciprocity license in that state to make sure that you're going to get overrides. Some states require it, some states don't. But if you have your license, it's not going to matter. Okay, and then you can go on and add that just like we showed you on the site here just a few minutes ago. Anybody have any questions there? Perfect. So as your new license are coming in, if they email me or Amy, I always email back out to you guys and let you know, hey, please enter this into ATMS. Or there's some of the carriers that Amy has to enter them in. It's just the way the system is set up for the time being, but I think that's going to change here soon. Amy, anything you'd add? Man, we're getting these things knocked out, man, 30 minutes. Any questions that anybody has about the process? Anything we can add? Hold on, we got some people that have slacked into the chat too. Let me see. Oh, okay, I see that there. Might be a Friday deal, Ryan. Anybody see Ryan's questions here? We'll take about 2 to 3 minutes to do this. His questions are.
It's all good, Corey. I was chatting back and forth with Brian actually, and
Okay.
somehow I was going to everyone. No worries.
Oh, no worries. Okay, no worries. Got it. We're working on something leadership team. Ryan's question, he was asking about what leads and lead types. A lot of us are starting to, what you're going to see your numbers go up dramatically if you do this, but a lot of us are starting to fill in a gap from the CRM and going direct mail. Direct mail is a lot more high intent. Some of the people will actually pick up the phone and call you when they receive your information. So the leadership team and I, we found about 10 to 15 carriers that we're working with now, getting all their information. We're going to get all that information in, get it in a PDF format so we can send it out to you guys. But we're also going to start having some of those lead vendors on our calls on Fridays. So you can answer any questions you have. They'll walk you through the steps to get signed up, etc. So we're working on that as we speak. Amy, anything that you're shaking your head? No, I did a good job today, you guys. All right. I appreciate you guys' interaction. Thank you guys so much. Us for continuing to build. Obviously, the numbers are getting bigger, the days are getting longer, and those kind of things. You guys know we're here to help you if we can. If you guys need anything, let us know. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.
Hi, guys.
Thanks, Corey. Good luck, everybody.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.